Hey, let's make some Halloween. This is of all the kits I put in just the other day, this was my favorite. It's so cute. How cool is that with its pink and black? I'm sorry. Purple and black and green and black. Green. Let me start over. Purple, black, green, and white. Doesn't that remind you of something? Love. So cute. Come on in. Let's hang out. This is actually a kit. So this will be the video for the kit. If you're watching this and you purchase the kit, there is still kits available. But if you purchase the kit and you want step-by-step instructions, there is a video on our YouTube that is like the official Pancake Petite video. And there's one for cutting instructions for kits. So you want to make sure you watch that. We are going to go through here and obviously make the whole thing, but we're also going to hang out. So if you want more structure, step by step, follow those. One thing I'll say is if you ever buy our kits and you're not sure like which ribbons are for the tails, which is for the bow, all this stuff. Number one, the Etsy listing will tell you exactly. It'll say 2.5 inch green and black buffalo plaid for the tails. Plain and simple. It'll say 2.5 inch embossed purple for the bow. It tells you exactly. So before you go any further, just know that that is there in your description of your kit. And then, of course, you can follow the video. So, hey, come on in. How are y'all? How are you? I've had the most busy, crazy day. It's fine. It's totally fine. Hey, lots of y'all on tonight. What is going on? All right, I'm taking our ribbon tails, which are both of the green 2.5 inch ribbons. So again, this video is actually, we're going to hang out, but it's for, this is a kit. So this video matches the kit. And so I'm going to take those and just cut it right in half, just like that. Fold our ribbon and do a dovetail on one end so it's nice and perfect. Hey. Yeah, I know. Thank goodness they're polished. Finally, I said, look, I have about, did I show you how many videos I have done to do? Did I show you last night, yesterday? I have, and that's not even all of them technically, but I have a lot of videos to do. And I'm like, I haven't had my nails done since before surgery. Awesome. Charlene signed up for Fast Track today. Awesome. I took my nails off before, because, you know, if you have like acrylic, these are dip, but if you have that kind of, you know, where they're filing down your nails, it takes a long time for it to grow out. So before I had surgery, I think October, maybe even September, I had my nails taken off, and I've had them on for years. And so I've gone this whole time. I feel like, I know you guys gotta feel this way. Sometimes like when you take them off and you like let them grow completely out, you feel so accomplished. And so then I was like, oh, I don't want to put them back on because now they're already grown out, all stuff. I tried to purchase, Kathy, I just responded to you. If it's Etsy, I don't know. I can't see anything in Etsy. I did ask for you to send me a screenshot so that I could like maybe see if I could see anything, but that would definitely have to be an Etsy question, so you'll have to wait for them to call you back, or get back to you. But send me a screenshot of what you're looking at so I can at least try to see. I don't know if I will be any help, but maybe I will. Anyway, so finally I was like, well, let me just go and get them done again. These alerts are terrific. I know, aren't they great? I love it. Do we have someone new here? Hello from Austin, Texas, new to you. Who is that? Rosemary, Pauline. Welcome, Pauline. Thank you, everybody, for saying hello to Pauline. She's new. Hey, Teresa signed up for Fast Track today, y'all. Behind the scenes, I have been working on Fast Track all day, on and off all day. When I say this is going to be a jam-packed class, y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready. All right. So again, this is a kit. So I'm fast tracking. We're going to fast track together, Roxanne. I'm taking my favorite of the two. Look at how cute that one is with the cute little purple in there. Isn't it so cute? So cute. Hey, Sandra. So I'm going to take that and put it on the top and fold those together. I'm just preparing these, getting them out of the way so that when we're ready for them, they'll be ready to go. Hey, from Denver, Colorado. Saginaw. Oh, we have a Saginaw here in Michigan. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, welcome. Trisha, you're the best. Thank you, dear. I am doing good. Laura, how are you? If it makes you feel any better about yourself when you have... Yeah, it does, Donna. Like, I tried to keep painting them, but then it would, you know, just be away. And then, like, right before I went in... Awesome, Julianne, me too. Right before I went in today, I was like, I should probably take the rest of this off. It was, like, completely chipped. If I don't have my nails done, there's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. I finally got Addison into, like, getting her or not getting her nails done, but like doing her nails. So the other day she was sitting on the bathroom floor, nail polish all around her, sitting on a towel, following directions. I was like, do whatever you want if you're sitting on that towel. I do not care. So fun. Okay, ribbons are ready. I'm going to set those aside. Again, this is a kit, so everything came together. It is still available. Super cute sign. Happy Halloween. Love. My daughter just moved to Plymouth. Oh, I think Plymouth's a really cute town, isn't it? Isn't that a really cute town? It's really, I haven't been there in a long time. Hey, Jessica, thank you. Y'all, 11 pounds down 2 weeks. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Finally moving. Oh, that's your fireworks. I gave up on my nails between crafting, grooming dogs, horses. Oh my gosh, Ravena. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks, y'all. All right. First 6 cuts. This is important. First 6 cuts. 20 inches. First 6 cuts, 20 inches. All right? First 6 cuts, 20 inches. I'm going to trim off the edge here. First 6 cuts, 20 inches. Me too, Ravena. Me too. I was stuck for 3 months ready to pull my hair out. First 6 cuts, 20 inches. Hey, Linda. So, fast track class is coming along behind the scenes. So good. I'm really excited. I'm excited. Today I worked on recipes all day. So far I have 5 of my favorite. I'm gonna include the pancake wreath recipe because, but it's not like, I mean, it's my favorite, obviously, but you guys are familiar with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more for 6. Hubby's doing good. He thinks I'm crazy making my drink every morning, but he's doing good. I'm like, hey, I don't care. We're down. I feel good. We're down. You can just do whatever you want. Ravena. Yeah, I was struggling. I had to make some changes. Now I'm feeling happy. Happy that we're moving. So this is the first time I'm going to use all solid mesh. This is the first time I'm going to use all solid mesh. I have really cute ribbons. Really cute ribbons for our bow. But this is the first time I'm going to use it. Now, it's solid, but there's a foil going through it. So I think it's going to help and be a little bit distracting and not be so like solid. I know that doesn't make any sense. I know, Sandy, isn't that so great? I love the notifications. The fast track class is for anyone new, messy, stuck in the middle, any of that we are gonna go through. What is the drink? Y'all, if you are interested in all the stuff I have going on behind the scenes as far as what's shaking me up, please reach out to me and then I can send you all the information. I can send you the links. Maybe next week I'll go live and make my drink again. I gotta get a little more done behind the scenes for the class. I know it's really pretty. Look at it is really pretty. Look at that foil going through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I still have a third left. Okay. So the fast track class is coming. The early bird part of it is coming in. Some of you are already being brave enough and posting your designs for me to critique. So the critique will only happen on July 7th. That's it. Hey, Alyssa, welcome. I know, Deborah, you ordered. Awesome. What size are you cutting them now? So these are 10 inches. Sorry. The first 6 cuts are 20 inches. The first 6 cuts, 20 inches. The next 12 cuts are 10 inches. Okay? Did you do a live about it? Yes, Ravena, we did. I did do a live. Heather was here with me. It is on replay. Sherry ordered the drink and signed it. Awesome! Sherry, good for you. Text me, darling, so we can talk. Okay, so 10-inch frame. I'm going to add my pipe cleaner to every single one of the spots. Every single spot where there's the notch and a hole, I'm going to add the pipe cleaner. See that notch right there, or that hole right there? It doesn't have a coordinating notch with it, so I'm not going to touch it. Okay? So I'm going to put my pipe cleaner in every single one. On the outside, I'm going to twist my pipe cleaner right above the hole. Do you have any Christmas kits yet? Yes, I sold out of one already, and I do have a snowman in there. I have a full pancake wreath kit in there, and I'll have more Christmas ones coming soon. Hey, Suzanne. Okay, so my pipe cleaners, the outside twist gets twisted right on top of the hole, and the inside pipe cleaner, the one that goes on the inside, gets twisted right on top of the notch. That's a big detail that will help your design, so pay attention. Okay, that's the smaller frame. Yes, this is the 10-inch frame. So we have 6 cuts at 20 inches and 12 cuts at 10 inches. We have both. Order your drink stuff. It's on the way already. Awesome, Elizabeth. That's fantastic. You know, I'm thinking there are so many of you who I've been talking to constantly over the last couple of days. I'm really thinking about starting like some completely separate Facebook page where we can, I mean, I'll still talk about it here, obviously, because it's part of my life and y'all are part of my life. But for those who like want to know more information and like really want me to be just talking about kind of that stuff, health, all of that line of things, working out, what I'm eating, just in general, and thinking about starting a different Facebook page that would be like just completely separate, so that we can still chat about it here, but you know, does that make sense? What drink stuff are you all using? Does it taste good? Beth, it is It took me a minute to get used to it. I'll be honest, it did. But I'm like really super crazy about what I drink. Are those 12-inch or 20? These are 12-inch pipe cleaners, just regular size. Okay. Anyways, do you think that would make sense? Wouldn't it, Sherry? Yeah, I think so too. I'm really thinking that. That would be great. I can't wait to get my prize. Awesome. Yes. Yes. I'm really thinking, I just gotta think of a name. See how y'all are stuck on names for your business? I'm stuck on a name. I don't know what it's gonna be. But it would be a completely separate page. So brand spanking new, where we would all have to, like, if you're interested in that sort of thing, you would have to like go and, you know, go over there and hang out too. All right, 20 inch. I'm gonna curl it just a little bit, ruffle it, curl it on the other end. I need support. Yeah, kind of like a support group. That's what I was thinking, Ravina. That's what I was thinking. You guys know I used to own not one, not two, but 3 ladies only fitness gyms, right? Y'all know that? That's for real. So I saw someone comment the other day. I'm gonna time out for just 1 second. I saw someone comment the other day and they're like, don't take weight loss advice from a crafter. First of all, obviously that person has no idea who I am. I was a certified personal trainer. I went through all the nutrition classes to be able to teach my members. Like, that was my history. That's my history, right? I may have not followed what I should have been for the last like 15 years, but that was my history. Like, I know, okay? And I was like, yeah, I don't like that. That's not. I'm not making you do anything. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Okay, 20 inches. I'm going to curl it a little bit. Ruffle, curl the other end. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Curl, really kind of like almost folding it and folding it. I'm not going to ruffle up the center. I'm going to go off to the side over here. So like 3/4 and 1/4. That's where I'm ruffling. I want it to be a little bit long. I'm gonna curl the other side, one more time for good luck, curl the other side. And that's just so that that edge, you see how it kind of curls in? I want it to be like that. I don't want it to be sticking out like this, so that edge there frays, right? Ooh, Sarah, melting Mel. I like that. But I want it to be like in general. Like health and fitness, like overall in general. Melting Mel does have a... And then of course I wanted to use my grandmother's initials again. Her initials are actually SMC. I mixed them around for Sincerely Creative Mom, but anyway. Okay, sorry. This is how I ruffled it. I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm putting this on the outside. If y'all purchase this as a kit, I highly recommend you watching the, there's an official pancake wreath design tutorial. I highly recommend you watching that also, okay? I love that you let us know what works for you. You inspire me. Donna, I wish what worked for me would exactly work for everybody else the way it works for me. But I was thinking about this. Curl, scrunch, not in the middle, scrunch down to the bottom, keep the seam in the back. So that's what's going to go down, okay? I was thinking about this earlier. And this goes back to me being a gym owner. We had almost 6,000 people between our 3 gyms. This was when I was 21, so 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. I think we sold in 2005. Here's the deal. I could say to you, this goes also toward the fast track class, okay? Wreath Makers fast track class. I could say to you, if you follow these 5 steps. You only have to do these 5 steps. This is just random thinking, okay? You only have to do these 5 steps. And at the end of those 5 steps, you will have built a house. Right? And you're thinking, only 5 steps? I could do 5 steps. You get through step 1, and then you're like, oh, but step 2 has this and this and this and this, and step 3 has this and this and this, and step 4 and step 5 just feels like so far away. So you get to step 1 and you're like, I'm good at step 1, right? I don't know, maybe you bought the front door. I don't know, just example. But I gave you the steps. I gave you the recipe. I gave you what to do. 5 steps and you'll have a house built at the end, right? Just because I give you the steps, just because I give you steps doesn't mean you're going to do them. That's why a lot of things don't guarantee, because I know the product works. I'm living the product. The last 2 weeks have been absolutely amazing as far as the drink goes and the supplements. I live everything I do for business. I do it. I do it every day. Sometimes I don't do it every day, right? But that doesn't mean that if I don't do it, it's still going to work. I could buy all the products for these supplements and to be healthy and to do all these things, but just because I bought them doesn't mean it's going to work. Just because I take them sometimes, willy-nilly, doesn't mean it's going to work. Like, you got to take the steps, you got to do the steps that are like recommended to you, right? That's a little preview to what our fast track class is going to be. I'm telling you, I'm going to be really serious in that class, y'all. I'm telling you. This is for like the folks who are, overwhelmed and just like, oh, I don't want to figure it out anymore. Just tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. Ooh, sincere moments of change. I like sincere change. Got to think of a little bit smaller. I like sincere change. I was telling the kids actually today that they're like, well, who made your logo? And, Chris Jerry, Addison has met Chris. I said, oh, Miss Chris made it. And she's like, oh, did she make everyone's? No, honey. And so we were talking about like how my business, actually that was this morning? Yeah, that was this morning. And I was telling them how SC, like Santa Claus, but that's how my business name came, for my grandmother's initials. I like sincere change. I want to try the product but can't find the link. Suzanne, you gotta text me. Lori, you gotta text me. You can watch the live from the other day. Heather and I were live and we made the drink together, live. The actual link to get to the website, you can find it over at learnfrommelissa.com. It's right on the top. Go to learnfrommelissa.com and it'll say supplements. Click there. But text me so I can give you what I'm taking so you can be guided and know what you're doing. Because I needed to be guided and know what I'm doing. But the actual link to get there is over at learnfrommelissa.com. You can also get the link to the fast track class there. Mel's coaching secrets. Ooh. That would be like umbrella. That's a big umbrella. I like that. I have to go through these things again. Ooh, I also like simply changing. Simply, sincerely change. Okay. What else you got? Hey, Neva. Neva, Neva, Neva. I'm never gonna remember. You guys hear those? Okay. So I'm going the 20-inch piece, the 20-inch cruffle, which is another thing we're talking about in the fast track class. Terminology, what's what? A cruffle, we're talking about a roll on the end, a scrunch up the middle, and a roll on the other end. Call it a cruffle. This is a pancake cruffle. What are you and your family doing for the 4th? Honestly, I don't know yet. Little. So 3/4, quarter. This is going in the outside piece. The outside part. The outside twist tie. That's where this 20-inch cruffle is going. I'm making sure, 100% sure, that they are level here. Those are, like, one's not sticking out. I didn't bring this one in. I'm making sure. Does that mean I might have to adjust where my pinch is? Yes, that's what it means. You might have to adjust. But I want them to be, as best as I possibly can, I want them to be level. Like, I don't want one sticking out. Make sense? Right? I don't want to look at it and be like, oh, nope, there goes my eye in when it's not supposed to. And then I'm taking that 10-inch curl, 10-inch curl, I'm just curling it in. Nice big curl. I'm going to pinch down here on the bottom, scrunch it together, scrunchy, scrunchy, scrunch. That also may vary because I want that to stick out, remember? I want it to stick out all the way to the edge where it's touching, okay? So I may elongate that a little bit more so that it is in the right length. Perfect. Okay? That leaves me with a, well, it's not fluffy, but it leaves me with a really pretty base. A little different. We're going to add to it. Okay, so remember, this is a kit. So we took the graveyard ribbon on top of the plaid ribbon, put it on top. Mine don't touch close enough. Maybe I'm curling too tight. You could be doing that, or you could be curling it a little too much. You want a lot of ruffle in the center so that it expands, right? So like when I'm folding it over to do like the curl part, it's not bigger than my finger. I'm just like folding it in that width of my finger. And I got chunky fingers still, okay? But I'm not like folding it or curling it. Like these are pretty big curls. Where is it? Right here. So I'm not folding it, that's just the 10-inch curl. So I'm not curling it like that. I'm just folding it in enough where like this one here, you see this cruffle here? That's probably in a little bit too much. I want it to be able to expand. And the trick is you want to make sure you're taking those first 6 cuts. Extremely important in this one. Hey, Denise. I have to tell you, I like the drink. Awesome. And I hate all the dieting. But me too. It kind of reminds me of grape. Awesome, Denise. Yes. You are such a great teacher. I like, oh, thank you. Kelly, thanks, dear. If you want to use 2 different mesh, would you cut the 20 inch? No. If I've used 3 different meshes. This is a kit, so it comes with 1 roll of mesh. But I've used 3 different. The 20 inch would all be the same. The 10-inch curl on the outside would all be the same. And the 10-inch bubble, I don't know what you want to call it, bubble on the inside would be the same. So you could use 3 different. The ribbon is going on top of the 20-inch piece. Ribbons are going on top of the 20-inch piece on purpose because if I put it on top of the 10-inch curl, remember the 10-inch curl is on the inside twist tie. So if I've, shaping changes. I gotta write that one down. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Anita, I love that. Shaping changes. I like them methodically, but so Sincerely Creative Mom, the 3 words thing, I didn't want to get rid of any of the words, so I didn't change it. But the 3 words is a little long. But shaping changes, I like. Okay, ribbons on top of the 20-inch piece. It's not going on top of the 10-inch curl because it's the 10-inch curl. Remember from the where we put the, this is the 10-inch curl here. The twist tie was over here, okay? That means if I put those ribbons in, it'll end up like right here and I'll have this much mesh left. Whereas if I put them here, the twist tie was here, and so I do still have some mesh left, but it's not like a whole lot. Oh, sharing, I like shaping changes. Sharing changes I like too. Sharing, my grandma's name was Sharon. That's really close. Rhonda, I was thinking about making a completely separate page, separate from Sincerely Creative Mom, where we don't craft there at all, but we talk about like health, the journey all together. So I don't want to keep that part from y'all here, right? I don't want to keep that part, but some of the conversations I've been having over the last couple of days are big conversations. And I'm distracted. If you bought this kit, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm really sorry that I'm so distracted. I'm sorry. I gotta also tell you this. So you know, my grandmother and I together owned the gyms. Okay? Together. Her and I, we bought our first gym. It was in Warren, Michigan. We bought our first one, and her and I, from 5:30 in the morning, because that's when those girls talked us into, after we were open for a little while, they talked us into opening super early. From 5:30 in the morning till sometimes 10 o'clock at night, we were there. We lived and breathed and sweat and tears and all the things with these gyms. They were our absolute everything. My grandmother and I learned together. We went to conferences together. We did all of the franchise stuff together. Everything together. So I know I've been going through changes myself a lot over the last year. And I've been kind of here and there. No, Anita, I love it. Please, keep coming with your ideas. I love it. A lot of the talk I've been having, like at first when I was like, oh, you know, I'm going to share this new stuff that I've been using that's like I'm obsessed with. I never thought that through the conversations and the talk about, you know, health and wellness and fitness and all those things, I never thought that I would be thinking and missing my grandmother so much. This week has been so great and so like emotional for me. The ribbons are 14 inches, Carol. 14 inches. Also, I'll say, last year, every year in July, my body goes through this like really, and if you've been here for a while, you already know what I'm going to say. My body goes through this like weight. Emotional weight. My grandma passed away July 16th, 2013, 1 year after, the year after Aaron and I were married. And every year since then, my body goes through this, I can't even explain it to you other than a physically, mentally heavy. I don't know how else to say that, okay? I have no idea how else to say that. And before I know it, it was the first few years I didn't even realize that it was happening. And then as the years went on, I realized it was happening. I remembered that date was coming because I could feel it. I can't explain that. It's just the way it is. Susan, thank you, dear. But it's been really nice. I mean, it's not really nice, some of the stories I'm hearing. It breaks my heart and makes me want to, like, I wish I could fix it all. And I wish I had, like, you know, I wish I had true magic potion, right? Like, that would be so great. But all the conversations have truly made me miss my Gram. Wouldn't that be so great? Wouldn't that be so great if her and I were, like, my grandma was overweight too. She was really overweight. And after we sold the gyms, it got worse. And, like, wouldn't that be so great if, like, we could, you know, do this together and talk about it together and motivate together. And, like, our gym worked so well because when our first year, she turned 65. And I was so excited too. I came into the gym early before her. I made these banners. It said happy 65th when she walked in. When I say she was so mad that I was happy 65th. She was mad. It was like, I didn't mean to make you mad. But it was like she was 65. I was 21. She was not in shape. I was definitely in shape and got more in shape as we went along. Like, it just was such this great balance. And so our gyms were number 1 in our franchise all 3 years. We did so good. And everyone was like, it's because it's you and your grandma. It's young and it's old. It's in shape. It's not in shape. Like, it was so great. It was so great. Shifting course. Anita, you are on fire. I gotta go. Anita, yours are catching me, but sharing crafting memories. So it's not crafting. This other page that I'm thinking about putting together is only gonna be, it's not gonna be crafting at all. Okay, so if you're not interested in knowing, like, health, fitness, wellness, all that kind of stuff, then that wouldn't be for you. Why did you close them? Well, I used to be married before. I was young. Remember I said I was 21? I was 21 when I signed our first franchise. And I was married. And I was young. And that relationship changed. In the middle of the change, he moved to Florida. And I still here owned 3 physical gyms. And I thought in my young little, I can do everything. I thought I was going to move to Florida. And then my grandmother and I had lots and lots of talks. We had a really good staff. And so we decided that we were going to sell 2 gyms because her and our staff could run the one. And so we sold the other 2. And when we just had one, I was flying back and forth. Like, I'd be in Florida for 2 days. I'd be here 3 days. I'd be here for a day. I'd be there 5 days. Like, it was crazy. And then finally I remember I was in Florida, and I'll never forget this. I was in line at Wendy's. I'll never forget. And I'm on the phone with my grandmother, and I was sobbing. I didn't know what to do. Like, flying back and forth, even at 22, whatever old I was. That was hard. Like, that was hard. It was all over the place. So So I remember her saying, yeah, it used to be Contours Express. Contours Express. I remember her saying, Melissa, I remember her saying exactly. I had just ordered my order. I was pulling around, and I remember her saying, Melissa, if you're waiting for me to give you permission to fully move to Florida, move. We'll sell the gym. And so I came home, we talked, we put it up for sale, and because it was lucrative, it sold quick. 1 week, I can't make this up, 1 week after it was a done deal, 1 week, I woke up, I was in Florida, I woke up and I was like, I can't do this. So I came home, had no husband and no gyms. I was like, it's fine, it's totally fine. It all worked out in the best. It all worked. Oh, I like shapeshifters. Hey, did you used to watch True Blood? I like shapeshifters. All right, I just totally did this one. I'm going to talk through it in 1 second. So this is going to be our bubble. Y'all, I like when we have these kind of conversations. This is going to be our bubble. I'm going to overshare. Overshare. I do not care either. I don't care. That's why Wreath Maker's Fast Track class is going to be on fire. You're going to see a side of Melissa you've never seen before. Okay. All right. So we have this. Thank you. I'm going to show you something really important though. We have this little 10-inch frame here going on. And if you look, you can still see the frame. You see? Okay? You can still see. No one loves the frame more than I do. But I'm pretty sure customers don't want to see the frame, right? So I'm going to take this little piece here, 10 inches. So we have the 20-inch cruffle, the 10-inch curl, and another 10-inch curl. Okay? Oh, no. Lied. 20-inch cruffle, 10-inch curl, 10-inch bubble. I can't, Anita! Sometimes we're just, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take that 10-inch, we're going to turn it into a bubble. I'm going to take the cut edge to the cut edge, not the factory edge. Leave that alone. I'm taking the cut edge to the cut edge, and I'm going to line those up. Cut edge to the cut edge. I worked on recipes all day today for the Fast Track class. Obviously, this is, we're doing this and the pancake. I do that all the time. But some of the bigger items that I make behind the scenes, inside creative coaching, and in other classes I've done. Good gravy. Those recipes are part of my Fast Track class. Not only step-by-step in video, but also written, okay? Get rid of all that. The reason I get rid of all that yucky isn't because you're going to see it. You're not going to see it. It's because there's still going to be a center to this. And I don't want my customers seeing those fraying ends and thinking, oh, their wreath is falling apart. Can we use this method on 14? I have not used it on a 14-inch yet. But, so you see on the 10-inch frame, the 20-inch cruffle, you got to use the right pieces of mesh or there's going to be really big gaps there. What I'm afraid of on the 14-inch is that outer ring on the 14-inch frame is even more further apart. So I don't want there to be gaps. I haven't tried it yet, but you are more than welcome to do that. If you haven't watched Melissa for any length of time, you know she's an open book. Open! Evelyn, you're so sweet. Sincerely staying centered. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go back over and put down and write down all of these. You know how I told you how I made my business name, right? I sat with a spreadsheet. I sat with a spreadsheet and the thesaurus, and I just started writing down all SC words and M words, and I couldn't place the M word, couldn't picture an M word until, and which was so great because it I'm so glad because when I was making my business 10 years ago, we did not have children. Jerry said she tried it and it didn't work. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I will try it, but I haven't tried it yet. So what did I work on today for the class? I worked on fast track. I worked on recipes, and I worked on a creating timeline. I worked on those two things today. It's gonna be so fun. The early bird, remember, if you want your wreath critiqued by me publicly, nicely, but sternly, there's all these caveats, this and this. The early bird for the class is July 7th, okay? That video and the opportunity to have your wreath critiqued will not be available after. The video will be gone, the comments will be gone, the submissions will be gone. It will not be available. So if you want your wreath critiqued by me personally, you want to make sure you're signed up for the fast track class before the 7th. Okay? Just keep that in mind. My sister named mine Wreath Craft. Love it. Simple. Wreath Craft. Posted mine. I can already see what it might need. That's half the battle. You want to be even more brave and comment what you think and then see if I agree or disagree. Journey to strong. I love that. Choosing you. Hey, Carol. Ooh, is that what you meant for like a name? So anyway, it would be a completely, Roseanne, the wreath critique is, the post is inside the private group in the class. It's in the fast track class. It's the very first post you see when you go into the group. So you want to post it in the comments there. And then July 7th, we have a live scheduled inside the group that will be it'll probably be a long one, but it'll be our wreath critique. It will not be available on the 8th. You won't see it. If you join on the 8th, you won't see it. The video will be taken down, the post will be taken down, and the video recording will be emailed to everybody who is in the group for the early bird. So if you want to know what I'm telling other people, because you just want to be nosy, which is fine, even if you don't want to, post your own, it will not be there. Back in the day when I did more than I do now, I was Creations by Claude. Aww! That's cute, Evelyn. I'm so tired. Way past my bedtime. Scrunchy, 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 scrunch. Teeny tiny. Little bubble. Teeny tiny little bubble. right in the center. So this little bubble that we just put on there does a couple things. One, it hides that frame that I was pointing out to you that you could see. Two, it helps kind of sandwich everything in. So a while back ago, I made so the pancake wreath is my original creation, pancake wreath. The pancake frame came from my original design. A while back ago, I was trying to use up the 10-inch frames, and I created the Pancake 2.0, which was similar but different. Instead of these ribbon tails are 14-inch, the Pancake 2.0 was 16-inch. Don't do that. Hey, Angela. And then it didn't have the curl and the cruffle. It just had a ruffle, and it was flippy floppy. Awesome, Ernestine. Good job. Awesome. Now I'm just a lazy crab traveling. Ooh, Mel Sincere Moments. I like all these. I gotta go check them out. So this little bubble on the top kind of helps keep everything together. Awesome, Donna. Just realized you didn't zip tie the bubbles. Yes. Yes, still works, 100%. Yes, still works. I've been zip tying them ahead of time so that I can, so that the videos can go a little bit quicker. And sometimes I just got them they were really, really short, so I would zip tie them. You don't have to do that though. Not necessary at all. Okay. All right. Flipped all those off. I'm gonna hide those in. Just kind of push it in those little things. But I'm not doing anything else to that piece of mesh. It's just going to sit there and be in there. Y'all, I did email out another one of the kit videos that I completed last night. I emailed that out this morning, or maybe it was last night, I don't remember. So those videos are also out there. So there's lots of other. The patent is not complete yet, which is good because you want it pending for as long as possible. All right, this is so cute. Our cute little sign. Again, this is a kit available. I don't know if there's any more kits in there still, but there was some in there. I'm just looking for the best spot. Now, let me tell you what I'm doing. Not all of these parts are created equal, the center, okay? Once I put them in, some of them are wonky. I know I'm going to have a bow, and that's going to cover some. I know my sign, this is a 6 by 12 inch, so I know my sign is going to cover, but what kind of peeks out of the top, I want that to look even, right? I don't want one to look wonky. So I'm just kind of moving my sign around until I feel like I see a really good, Melissa's supportive coaching. I like that too. So I'm just moving that around so I can see where it works well. Okay. Another thing, this is a 12-inch. Your frame is a 10-inch. Guess what I was doing before I was live with you? Guess what I was doing? So look, I don't want to put my twist ties on the edge there. I want to make sure I bring them in. Otherwise, I have my twist tie out here and I'm trying to bring them in awkwardly to get in around. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Put them right there, okay? Now, your kit came with two of these little guys. I'm not going to use them, but I'm going to show you, if you got the kit, I'm going to show you what you can do. You just peel off the back, okay? You're going to put maybe a little bit of super glue underneath there, and you're going to take it and put it right where that frame was, right there. And then, if you're using them, take your glue gun and like caulk it on there. Get it to all stay on. You still have to leave those little holes open for your pipe cleaner to go through. Is it weird that I have the most trouble attaching a sign? Not the placement. So in this case, make sure you are putting the attachments, however you're going to attachment, in place with where your frame is. And then you just want to make sure you take that, oh, well, we'll go through it. Okay, hold on. So stick those both on there. One here, one there. Okay? I don't know what happened to that little sticky thing. I'm not going to use it anyway, so I'm going to throw it away. Oh, here it is. I don't like these, but I can't assume, ow, everybody has a staple gun, so I provide these in our kits. I am going to take the sign and my pipe cleaners and my staple gun. Staples are 1/4 of an inch. The sign is not 1/4 of an inch. So I'm adding these little pieces to help build up the frame. Build up the sign so that my staples don't go through. We're all on the same page here? All of you who are having questions right now, like what in the world is she talking about, I really hope that you have or are joining us in the fast track class. We're going to get you, answer a lot of questions and get you through. Rosemary, that is from Amazon. Get you through. Answer the questions. Get those questions out of the way so you can move on. Okay? All right. Love this. I decided it's going to go right there. Notice I haven't touched or played with our ribbons yet. Now, here's, thank you, Carol Ann. Now, here's where we're going to take our pipe cleaners. We're going to try to keep it exactly where it is. We're going to take our pipe cleaners and go through the mesh. It is a pain, and I hate this part. I don't use the word hate a lot. I hate this part because the little ends, your pipe cleaner is 2 wires kind of wrapped together. They always split and end up, stuck on the mesh. It drives me absolutely bonkers. So it's the hardest thing, but I want it to stay right there. And putting those pipe cleaners through the mesh to get through the mesh to get to the frame, to attach around the frame, doing that will help keep the mesh in place. It'll help keep this mesh in place. It'll help keep everything in place. So as much as I don't love it, spreading confidence. That's you again, Anita. I just joined Creative Coaching as well. Awesome! Sorry, I've been away. Is there any discount code for it, please? Yes. Linda, if you have taken a previous Sincerely Creative Mom class, if you took the pricing class, the how to be a boutique vendor, the earlier this year we had Creative Confidence, if you took any of the garlands classes, the tree decorating classes, any of the classes I have taken before, you have that coupon code will go toward this class as a coupon code. I like She Cares too. I also like that it's all one word. I don't know if you meant to do that on purpose, but I like that too. Okay, so I'm gonna go right through. This is, in my opinion, it is the hardest part. Ooh, that one went right through. It heard me talk. Thank you. Heard me talking about it. It's like, I'm not gonna make a fool out of her right now. Okay. All right. So both of those went in. Let me just make sure this part right. All right, so now, yeah, I have one, yeah, I agree. So now I'm gonna turn that over. I still have pressure on it, and so I need my other hand, so I'm gonna leave pressure on it, push it down to the table, and then take my pipe cleaners, making sure I'm watching that sign, because from here I can see it, making sure it's not shifting or moving. And so I still have pressure on it so that it stays in the same distance away from the, you know, I want it to stay, I don't want it to like be scrunched together, but I want it to, you know, stay together. Evelyn, before I forget, something you said, and I don't know, I'm not going to say what it was, but something you said in the last workshop made me absolutely fall in love with you. I love you. Love. I'm just gonna, before I forget, every time I see you, I mean to say that, and then I always forget. But something you said in the last workshop, I was just like, oh, she's my girl forever. Forever, ever. All right. So I do kind of have it moved up a little bit, so I have a little bit more room down here, good enough to have my bow sit, and I want it exactly right there. So I'm gonna try my hardest. When you use the 18-inch to 24 gauge wire, and when do you use the pipe cleaner? I use, Joyce, good question. When I'm making just a wreath that is not a kit, I'm using wire. I mean, I use the pipe cleaner still for the, you know, attaching the mesh around the frame, but as far as the sign and the bow going and attaching those, I use wire. If it's not a kit, I'm using wire. It's just easier. Would the class be good for someone that hasn't made their first wreath? Yeah, one, Robin, that's initially what the class was like 100% for. And then as I kept adding things to it, I'm like, well, some people might be in the middle of their business and it just feels messy, and so I'm going to straighten them out. Well, intend to straighten them out. So yeah, so whether you're brand spanking new or, awesome, Kathy, whether you're brand spanking new or somewhere in the messy middle, they'll be for you. If you're brand spanking, excuse me, I just spit, got my DNA, sorry. If you're brand spanking new, it's like even better, because you don't know, and you don't know like any of the things. So like it is going to walk you through. I will also say the class is meant to eliminate the overwhelm. The class itself is probably going to feel overwhelming because there's so many things, but you'll be able to go back and reference bite-size videos, bite-size information that you can be like, oh, okay, good, got it. Oh, okay, great, got it. Right? Not like trial, like I've been in the business now for 10 years. That's a lot of trial and error. That's a lot of trial and error. Thank God there was only one $12,000 error. I'm gonna guide y'all to not do that. Straight out of messy middle. Oh my gosh, Rhonda, that would be the cutest shirt. Straight out of messy middle. Love. Oh my, I love that. Mesh is all solid purple. It is, yep. It is. It's not, so it has a foil going through it that gives your eye a little bit of it's not solid, it's not matte, there's glittery in it, or it's not glitter. Let me just show you closer. You see that sticking out? So it's not like solid. Anita, you've been so good. Awesome, Robin. I'd love to have you. All right, let's make the bow. Let's make the bow. Ooh. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, I really like the She Cares, and I really like sharing changes, but just because I like the word sharing because it goes like so much to my grandma's name, Sharon. However, saying the word sharing is like on the algorithm no list. So shaping might be the, I don't know. I'm gonna go through all of your, maybe not. Listen, I'm working on the fast track class, so maybe not tomorrow, but I'm gonna go through all those and write them all down, and play with them. Let's see. All right, so the kit. Ooh, I like that too. Still changing myself. I like that too. The kit comes with ribbon exactly for what you need. Okay, exactly for what you need. So you got to be paying attention to the bow. You got to be paying attention to the bow. All right. And I'm gonna pay attention to the bow too. All right, so we're gonna go with an 8-inch tail, a 6-inch loop, and pinch, pull apart, twist, another loop, same 6-inch, pinch, twist, loop. Okay, so we're doing 2 loops on each side and 1 tail on each side. Ooh, Motivations by Mozart. I like that too. Again, it will be no creating. It'll be no creating. I will not be making anything over there. Well, I say that. It's not going to be the purpose. Oops, that's backwards. Oh, no, that's right. It's not going to be the purpose. Whether I do, because I don't know if I'll be able to just sit and talk. But the main purpose will be health, wellness, moving, food recipes, not creative recipes. Okay, 8-inch, 6-inch loops. 8-inch, 6-inch loops. Okay, then green. Then green. Hey, love the late nights. Jet, that's not my normal usually. I'm taking that zest, keeps me motivated. I drank my drink later on in the day today. That zest it holds up to its name, energy and focus. Okay, I'm gonna go with the same 8-inch, but I'm gonna go about 5.5 inches. 1 loop, 1 loop. Okay, pinch, twist, loop. 1 loop, 1 loop. One loop, 1 loop. Then back to the ghost. So is that group all about losing and finding yourself? Well, I guess, yeah. Being healthy is what it's going to be about. Being healthy. All around. For in-shape people, for out-of-shape people, for older, for younger, just in general. I'm not a doctor, obviously. Could you imagine me as a doctor? Oh, gosh. That would be funny. Sleep is calling. Okay, Carolyn, it'll be available on replay tomorrow. if you want to come back and watch the rest. We're almost done though. Where do you go to get that bow? So if you go to learnfrommelissa.com, there are direct links there, and things like one list is my favorite tools, that's where you'll find the bow maker. One list is my favorite suppliers, sorry. My favorite suppliers. So you can find it, the direct link, you can find it there. Everything, anything you need from me, you can find it at learnfrommelissa.com. It's in there at one way or another. It's there. Promise. Fast track class link, the link to our supplements, all there. Good night, Kristen. I've got to ask my doctor if I can use it since I had a double organ transplant. That is definitely important. So the supplements are natural products. So the one gal I was talking to said, lose your pants, drink plants. I'm like, yes, I love that. Lose your pants, drink plants. Drink your plants, lose your pants, or something like that. Now I can't remember. I don't know. It's cute. All right. The first one is a little loop that goes on the top, about 3 inches. Because it's all plant-based. It's all natural, right? Little loop. It's about 3 inches. And then I'm still going to do a loop on each side. Small loops. This is about 4.5 inches. I'm not walking good yet, people. Oh, yeah. Really? I didn't know that, Evelyn. I didn't know that they heal really slowly. Do you know that I used to get, when I very, very, very first started gaining weight, I ended up with some really bad, like, plantar fasciitis troubles, and I was getting shots in my heels. Oh, that hurt. How long did you cut the tail on the wreath? 14 inches. Ribbon tails are 14 inches. I joined in late. What kind of form did you use? A 10-inch pancake wreath. 10-inch pancake wreath form. This isn't a kit. This is a kit inside our shop. So all the pieces came together. I'm gonna lift that up. Go right on top. I feel fancy. Got my nails painted today. I feel fancy. I've been debating dyeing my hair. I haven't colored my hair in probably 20 years. I haven't put anything in it. 0 things. But it's starting to go so gray. I used to have to get those shots. Oh, bone spurs. Yes. I did not have bone spurs, but I did use the inserts, which did help. But now, like, when I was really heavy, I would not wear shoes. Like, I had flip-flops on, get out of bed and slip them into the flip-flops. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I would keep them on until I got into bed. I'm just wearing my socks today. I'm just wearing my socks. Downstairs I have actually slippers on, but that's the same as bare feet to me. So many things. And now that the scale's moving again, man, I was about to lose my whole mind. Look at how cute. All right, I'm gonna cut that a little bit shorter. And maybe this one a little bit shorter too. How cute that is. It's real simple, cute. surgery in May. Still not walking. Oh no, you guys! My stepmom has to have a bone spur removed. She's had to have it removed for a long time. She's finally doing it. She's a school teacher, and she uses that as an excuse. Love her. She uses it as an excuse. So finally, she just scheduled her surgery. She's having it done in the week before Thanksgiving, I think. Thank you, Robin. I got it. Guess how much I paid for that? At the airport, no less. It's so soft on the inside. Guess how much? You will not guess. Old bones here slower too. Doctor says it won't be normal for 9 months. Oh, it's okay. It'll be normal though, Evelyn, right? We got that going for us. Right? Say yes. Whenever my husband has a question and I answer him and I'm like, I'm right though, right? Say yes, Melissa. And he's like, but I am right. $20. $20 stinking dollars. I was like, I really thought it was, I said, is this marked wrong? I asked her, is this marked wrong? She was like, no, I should have bought 2. Ooh. Anita, I like that one too. Solutions created. I like that one too. All right. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I really do. This was the video for the kit. I really try not to do that where I'm, chit-chatting with y'all through the kits, but there is an official, kit video for the Pancake Petite. There's a cutting instruction video for the Pancake Petite. So they'll all be able to assist in your making if you've purchased this kit and don't want to sit through me chit-chatting. The Detroit airport. I don't remember what gate it was, but it was the Detroit airport. I could not believe it. Okay, all right, I love it. All right, I'm going to go through, make sure all of our ribbons are doing their thing and in their right spot, in their rightful place. Put us all in our rightful place. Don't forget, if you've already joined the Fast Track class, to make sure you're taking advantage of the early bird and post your, it does not have to be a pancake wreath. It could be whatever, it could be your garland, it could be your centerpiece, it could be whatever you want me to critique. That's your time, that's your moment. That's our thing together. This is really cute. Adorable. Super cute. Look at this now. Super stinking cute. Look at that. That is so that, and the solid mesh it's perfect. It's totally fine. Look at that bow. Super stinking cute. And the side, so this is the Pancake Petite. It's 22 inches wide. It is darling. The back, nice and perfect. Super. I'm obsessed with this style. Y'all, I appreciate you so very much. Thanks for thanks for asking questions and getting me to talk about my grandma. I on the 16th of July, so my brother's birthday is on the 13th of July. My older brother, not older, the older of the two, Brian's birthday's on the 13th. Michael's birthday's on the 19th. My grandma passed away on the 16th. So, it's rough. It's rough. Did you ever add florals? Yeah, I add florals all the time to the pancakes, but I just added florals, was it yesterday? To the pancake petite. It looked darling. The replay is there. It looked darling. So cute. So this was a kit. It was available. I don't know if it still is. You can go to learnfrommelissa.com and click on the Wreath Kits link right at the top. Also, at learnfrommelissa.com, you'll find the direct link to the pancake frames. You'll find the direct link to the Fast Track, Wreath Makers Fast Track class. You'll find the direct link to the supplements. If you're interested and want to know more on what I'm taking, please don't hesitate. Text me so that I'll get the notification and we can actually chit chat back and forth. Phone number is 810-498-2310. I will say if I get into the position where I was the other day, where I had an abundance of messages, it sometimes takes me a while to get through. But the ones that are for sure talking about, being healthy and what I'm drinking and all those things, that is being replied to by me. I did enlist in some help for some of the other inquiries, just so that you knew, it got to be a little crazy. So just so I'm telling you. Anyways, I appreciate you. I say this all the time, but I really mean it more than you'll ever know. I talked a little bit about my grandmother and the gyms that we had, and we had almost together with all three gyms, we had almost 6,000 members. It's a lot of people. But I felt like I had 3,000 moms, 3,000 aunts, 3,000 grandmas. I felt like I had all these people that I saw in person, which was even better. And the more our community grows, me and you, the more I feel like my grandma just sent you guys right to me for support to live, to get through life. So I appreciate it very, very much that you're here. I do. I really do. That's all I have. Okay? I love you very much. Super cute. Thanks for hanging out. The kit is available. Really cute. The class, I did a 20-inch cruffle, a 10-inch curl, and a 10-inch bubble. That's all the words. It's all the words. Y'all, I appreciate you hanging out. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the suggestions. I'm going to go back when I have time and look through those and make a decision. And I think for sure we'll set up another video or another page that is just about wellness and that kind of thing, that we can talk about just that. And I don't feel bad because I know a lot of you are here for creating and crafting. I appreciate you either way. I'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.